Hi, I'm Christopher Warnock of Rendell's Astrology, and I'm very pleased to present a new edition of Cazimi Moon House Talismans in both bronze and white agate for wealth, invisibility, and protection from the government and enemies. So we had these talismans, oh, I don't know, years and years ago. We sold out the entire edition, and I had a lot of people asking me, well, where are you going to have more of these house talismans? When are you going to have more of these Cazimi Moon House talismans? And I would look and look and look and look, and I couldn't find the elections for it. I just couldn't get everything to line up. So finally, I was able to do it again, and I'm just really excited to have these talismans again. So what? Let's talk a little bit about them. First of all, these are Cazimi Moon talismans. Now, Cazimi means that the planet, in this case the moon, is within 16 minutes of the sun. I mean, that's really super close, basically fused with the sun. Cazimi is also known as being in the heart of the sun. And so Cazimi along with exaltation degree are two traditional, what I would call intensifiers. These are very precise, very pinpoint electional factors that have to line up perfectly. And if they do, then they really supercharge the rest of the factors of the election. So in this case, we have the moon Cazimi, but also dignified by sign in Cancer, rising, and moon hour. So it's taking those factors, which in and of themselves would be enough to have a very strong moon talisman, and just, as I said, supercharging it, turbocharging it incredibly. So another thing is we got these moon factors, the super strong moon talisman. Um, the next is Cazimi is a really great for invisibility. If you think about it, the planet is united with the sun. The sun's so bright you can't even see it. It's like combustion. It's blotted out, except Cazimi is, as in the heart of the sun, is actually this super strong dignity. But it has that, along with combustion, the power of being invisible, which is very helpful. And then the next thing about these talismans that's really cool about them is that these are very powerful house-based talismans. And you can take a look at the chart on the page. You can see the link there. So first of all, the moon is rules the ascendant. So the user of the talisman is going to have all the powerful, supercharged, excellent qualities that the moon indicates in the chart. So again, moon rising, moon dignified by sign, moon hour, and of course moon Cazimi. So the user is super strong. The second thing that's really cool about this is that the second house, which is for wealth, prosperity, income, is also ruled by the moon. So again, and because the moon rules both the first and the second, those houses are connected. The user is connected to wealth, and the wealth is amazing, basically. I mean, again, you've got this super strong ruler of the second, the moon, by sign, rising, hour, and also being Cazimi, again, supercharging it. So then the next thing that's cool about these is that we look at the seventh house, which is the house of enemies, and we notice the ruler of the seventh house is Saturn, and Saturn is retrograde. So Saturn is afflicted. That means you've got a situation where the user of the talisman is super strong. Their enemies are really afflicted. They triumph over their enemies. Again, excellent talisman in terms of dealing with enemies. And then finally, the government. 10th house, ruled by Jupiter, who's in detriment, retrograde, super afflicted, massively messed up, just not going to be able to do anything with you at all. So really a fabulous talisman in a lot of ways. Obviously we're going to want to have situations where we'd really rather not be bothered by our enemies, really not be bothered by the government. And so the invisibility, just being under the radar, is really great. I mean, to be able to not have them see you at all is really perfect. Now, this is not Harry Potter. This is not some cloak of invisibility where the photons are going to be deflected or something. What this is more like camouflage. They're not interested in you, right? In this sort of scenario, excuse me, the government can't even see you. They're so messed up and you're so hidden that they're not even noticing you. Same thing with your enemies. Really, I think a most excellent house talisman. I have one of the earlier versions. I think this is a great talisman. I've certainly been, successful in terms of staying under the radar myself, and particularly since you really have nothing to hide. You just don't want to be bothered. You don't want the government coming in or your enemies messing with you. You just want to be left alone to do your own thing. And you want your money left alone too. I mean, so that's another real bonus of this talisman is the great the wealth protection, but also again wealth concealment. The moon second ruler is concealed. Your money is hidden. your enemies in the government can't get their hands on it. So again, I think this is a really amazing talisman. Really glad to have these available again. We haven't had them for a while. Let me just show you what they look like. A really awesomely cool design. This is the bronze, okay? And this is the white agate. You can see how gorgeous that is, white agate. I just love these. And let me just show you what the design looks like. This is the design of the front of the talisman. You can see the moon there, Kazimi united with the sun. Really, I think a very enthralling design. There's a lot of energy to it. I think these are really great talismans. Really happy to have these available again. So check these out. Really we're at the cutting edge here of traditional astrological magic. Creating talismans that are super powerful, finding those most, incredible elections that are, this one just like lines up for an extremely short time in order to get all these factors lined up. Very difficult to find in the first place and also very difficult to make the talisman. So really the highest of high magic, the height of the astrological magician's art. So as always, if you're serious about getting an astrological talisman from Renaissance Astrology, you can email me. You can see the contact information there with your birth date. I'll check it out. I can check talisman compatibility or make talisman suggestions. Now the moon, this is a moon talisman. So basically if your natal moon is in Cancer or Taurus, great choice. Check with me for divination if your moon is in Capricorn or Scorpio. You can email me. I can do a specific, like I'll do an I Ching divination for you. And then if it's any other sign, again, moon in any other sign in your chart other than Capricorn, Scorpio, Cancer, or Taurus, those 4 signs, any of the other 8 signs, you are fine. Check out our new talismans. Check out all the talismans we have in Renaissance Astrology. And, I hope you are excited about these as I am. Again, really happy to have these again after not having them for such a long time. And I hope you'll check them out and that they'll fit your needs.